222 in the chat if we can hear you. For sure, for sure. All right, guys. Super, super thankful, guys. Give it up. Give a quick 555 to Max, guys. Pouring his heart out with this training, guys. There's not a lot of leaders here that like to focus on basics, and it's really hard to find in this industry and stuff like that. So just give it right back to him. Just for really going over the basics, guys. Basics and your foundation is important, and he truly, truly does care about your foundation. Your trading foundation with this company, guys. So yeah, we're just gonna get really right into it. If you guys don't know me, I know we've got like 50 people on this call right now. But he said my name's Andrew up in West Palm Beach. Mental squad, is all on here. Drop a 777 if you're in the mental squad, guys. We're winning. The whole squad is eating. So yeah, we're in the West Palm, guys, and just been doing this for about almost a year and a half, and it's just completely changed it, guys. It's just honestly just taking it serious. I hope you guys took a lot of notes with Steve. One thing I can definitely say is psychology is everything, guys. Trading in the zone. He said fear and greed are the two biggest things that you're going to run into trading and stuff like that. So I like the Harmonic Scanner a lot, guys. One, a lot of people use it for. Am I sharing the right screen? All right, let me see. Put a 222 if you guys can see the Harmonic Scanner. All right, perfect. So I like it because when it's always running, and I believe Chris Terry created it for the fact of being an assistant, right? So this thing is on the charts for you at all times because you're not on the charts, right? This thing is scanning for you at 24/7 or 24/5 as the markets are moving. But I don't know about you guys, but when I first started, I used to come on here and would see something like this and just be like, dang, man, I missed out on the trade. What happened, right? Or it's not quite at your entry. Or or it went in stop loss. You're like, damn, I'm looking for setups. This is something that we're going to teach you guys that you can use it even after a trade is already at TP1 or even after a trade is already at TP2, because the Harmonic Scanner, excuse me, guys, Harmonic Scanner is still valid, right? It's still valid. Eventually, it's going to come back to this point. But we're going to go into it right now. So I did save a few. Let me go over here. All right, so we'll start with NZDJPY. That was on one of the scanners. Let me see which one it was. NZDJ, yeah, right here, perfect. So I starting to see the scanner move a lot better in the mornings, and more accurate in the mornings, just because the market's moving and you have that lap between London and New York, guys. So that 7-ish a.m. to about 10-ish a.m. you have that overlap to where there's two of the biggest financial markets in the world moving together. So definitely recommend if you can hop on in the morning, whether it's we're not a lot of us are working right now, but if you can hop on for 20-30 minutes in the morning, you're going to catch a lot more setups than you would in the middle of the day, right? And that's the biggest thing, is to know that with the basics. But real quick, before we start to lose track of here, all we're looking for, guys, is a trend line and a SAR. Okay, so all you're going to do is you're going to go to indicators, type in SAR, you're going to go parabolic SAR, right? And then on the settings, all you're going to do is change the start from a 0.02 to a 0.05. Okay, so if you're taking notes, make sure you change it to a 0.05. It's completely different, guys. And then I personally like to do the circles on the style, right? And then make it a little bit bigger and make it green for go. That's how I have it set up. So you don't necessarily need TradingView, but I like it to make it a little bit easier though. So you see that was the entry around this area on the 15-minute. So if we go here on the 15-minute, guys, I was showing somebody here. You had a couple different setups on here, guys. So I'll go real quick through it. So all you got to do, guys, is identify the trend line, right? So the trend line was right here. It was on a trend. And all you're waiting for, guys, is for it to break. Now I'll show you real time what it looks like. All right. So this is what you're looking at right now. It's in the entry. You're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to continue going up or what. All you're going to do is draw this trend line and wait for it to break, number one. All right. So it broke. And the next thing you're going to wait for is this little circle dot to flip to the next side, guys. That's the next step you're looking for, is that little circle dot to flip to the front, okay? After it flips, you enter. So it's getting ready to flip, and then bam, right? So it flipped right about here. And literally in the 15-minute candle, guys, you'll see it. It'll start on the bottom, And then once it gets closer and closer to it, it'll flip to the top. So now it's on the top. The minute it does that, that's when you enter the trade. Now they're not super, sniper entries. But I'd rather it have a decent entry and just be more accurate than have, a sniper entry on something that may or may not, be accurate, right? So really quick, guys, and we'll let this play out. And then, forget so your stop loss, guys, you're gonna enter it. It flipped right about here. Your stop loss is always right above the SAR. Okay, it's always right above the SAR flip. Your take profit, guys, this is super important. Is now this strategy is meant for 20 to 30 pips on the 15-minute time frame. Really about 20, guys. And the reason I like doing this is because you can twin trade it, right? Because you never know when the harmonic scanner is actually going to make the move, right? Like, look, see, it was in the entry, it came back, then it came back to entry, and it came back, then it came back to entry, and then it finally made its move, right? I'm going to show you how you could have caught multiple setups in here and then have this position still open. If you have a decent enough size account, really not even decent. If you have the account size to be able to twin trade, guys, I highly recommend it. If you don't know what twin trading is, guys, is you're just cutting your normal position in half and you're entering the trade twice, right? So as you do that, literally, guys, we can let this play out. Bam, TP gets max for 20 pips, right? Done. You close the trade out. You can put the second trade at break even and let it do its thing. Your choice to do is essentially with that what you will. All right, and then it's coming back to entry, right? But what's it doing again, guys? You identify another trend line, right? Boom, another trend line right there, guys. All right, same thing. We'll replay it, show how it looks real time. I'm gonna go back this way, right? As it's going, okay, it's getting ready to break. All right, it broke. Now this one broke really fast. So your entry was probably a little bit lower, but still it went for a decent move, guys, right? So it flipped right about like halfway through here. Look at that, 20 pips already. TP got smashed, and it drops even more, guys. Look at that. So total after that entry, it ended up going for another 46 pips, guys. If you twin trade it, you close your position 1 at 20 pips, and then you put your position 2 to either 10 pips secured or break even, and you let it do its thing because you know the scanner is eventually going to hit, guys. So that's why I like having that second position open. And then look what happens though, right? So his price starts to come right back up, I think, all the way up to the entry before he goes down. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, that worked out perfect, guys. So look, off this one entry right here, if you're supposed to twin trade it, right? Halfway through it, you really had barely any drawdown. Your take profit was that you're going for 20 pips. So that's TP1 in your second trade. But look what happened, guys. This thing right now is sitting in about 76 pips in profit. It went for about 100, guys. If you have 100 pips open, like that's TP. I'm pretty sure they hit TP1 on the NJ. Yeah, that's TP1, guys. Close it out. Don't get greedy. There's always more setups. The SAR settings, yes. So all you're gonna do is when you go to the SAR, is the start. The only thing you're changing is the start from 0.02 to 0.05. Yes, Brenda's killing it. That's all the thing you're changing, guys. And literally, you can go on the Harmonic Scanner in the morning, guys, and find so many setups. This is the same thing on NZD CAD. We'll finish up with this one. Hey, this one just kept going up and down, right? Watch. Back test it. Yes, sir. Super simple for 20 pips, guys. Don't get greedy. 20 pips, close it out. Leave one position open. Let it do its thing. It's just super simple, guys. This is the same pair, right? We're pretty much done with that one, though. And then let me go to finish it last on NZD CAD. Was the other one. All right, let's clean this up. Go to the 15 minutes. It was a buy before the wick on the 15-minute. Why does this one look? Yeah, this is where he says it looks a little different compared to the scanner. Yeah, perfect. Okay, I see now. This one was a little weird. The one I really wanted to show you guys was this one because it helps not only confirm it, but also help you not get into certain trades. Help you not get into certain trades. Let me see which one was it. Oh yeah. So EA was a loss on here. So I know you guys have gotten to a trade and it just didn't really reverse. It just kept going down. You wouldn't have entered this trade according to the scanner because it broke trend or never flipped, guys. So literally you're going here, right? And if it did flip, you got in and out, right? So you got your little trend line right here. The trend, it broke. The SAR never flipped until right about here. And it's too far away personally for me to take it at that. What does it matter if the trend is in the bodies or the wicks? It's a little different. I started to realize when I first started, I used to try to get it like on the dot. I used to think a trend line was on point, and it's really not that case. It's really more of something like this for the trend lines. Where's this at? Yeah, I like to think of trend lines more something like this, like a general area, right? Think of this as like a trend line. Whether it's a body or a wick, just know that that general area is downward or is upward, vice versa. But I like to keep it pretty close. Like, see here, it's a wick. See, it's a wick, guys. Body, it's a general area though, right? Before it flips. But the cool thing is both rules have to match, bro. I mean, both rules have to match, guys. So look, it broke the trend. The SAR flipped right about here. At that point, for me, if it's too away from the trend line from the break-in, even then, like, you could stretch it out to something like that, maybe. And you get it, and it just doesn't really do its thing. So it's not like 100% accurate, guys. But Mike's dad has gone from a very small account size to a very, very large account size. By doing this, you're going to lose some, but you're going to be a lot more accurate. You can make the scanner that's already 60, 70%, you can make it 80, 90% and get in and out with the bag. And that's really what's important, guys. So I know we got this call going on at for the social media, so we're gonna go ahead and I guess pass it back to Steve in a second. But plug in, guys. We're gonna be doing these calls a lot more now. We have the schedule out there, guys. So please plug in. You're gonna get massive trading value. We all want to see you guys succeed. So thank you very much for having me on this call, guys. Really appreciate it. Drop some 777 if you got some value. I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to Steve to close it out here. Thank you very much, guys.
Awesome, guys. And real